was going to bed last night and outraged by 3 different headlines that had come out over the course of the day yesterday that I think should serve as a wake-up call to every single one of us as to what we are seeing today across the United States and our response to a deadly epidemic, a pandemic that is going to, if not already, affect us all. So first, that this administration finally acknowledged that this was going to be a mass casualty event, that by their own predictions, that you're going to be between 100,000 and 240,000 people that died because of the coronavirus. And just for context here, that is more people than died and our service members in Vietnam and Korea combined. The second was a press report that indicated that this administration has invoked the Defense Production Act hundreds of thousands of times over the course of this administration. And remember here that this administration is a little over 1,000 days old. So that's literally, according to those reports, hundreds of times a day that they have invoked it to try to put government contracts at the front of the list for those companies. And yet still, when it comes to masks and PPE, they don't. You've got hundreds of medical professionals across Massachusetts that are sick, hundreds, thousands perhaps across this country, and yet still we can't get access to personal protective equipment. I spend hours a day trying to chase this stuff down from around the world, and we can make it here, and we're not. Because for some reason, this administration, this president has decided not to invoke it now, hundreds of times a day up until now. Yet won't do it to try to protect our first responders, our loved ones, people that are sick and dying. And third, the president decided not to open a special enrollment period to make sure that people could get access to health insurance. We've got millions of people across this country that do not have health insurance, despite the best efforts of an Obama administration and those of us in Congress calling for more robust measures of Medicaid expansion, trying to make sure that people can get access to the care that they need when they need it, and those of us pushing for an overhaul to our system like Medicare for all. But this administration has the ability to actually open a special enrollment period and allow people to get on it. Massachusetts has done that so that people can get access to insurance. And this administration said no. This one said, we're not going to do that. This one said that, well, we have covered for costs of testing for every American. We haven't covered the cost of treatment if you get sick. Some of these machines, if you need a ventilator, if you're in intensive care, it's tens of thousands of dollars a day. And yet, this administration had the ability to do something about it and said no. The fact that the administration, by their own account, expects between 100,000 and 240,000 people to die. That they could have done something about it with regards to mitigating the impact of the spread of this disease for things like the Defense Production Act, which they use hundreds of times a day, but they won't for this. And that they could have ensured that people get access to healthcare, yet they won't in the midst of a pandemic. Man, just took my breath away. And I know people out there fighting. I know folks are doing everything they can to take care of their loved ones and their families and to find goodness and grace. You see the generosity and heroism and bravery of people all over the country and around the world. And man, I just wish you saw that in the administration. And it's shameful.